After hundreds of days of hunting dinosaurs, my son Timmy and I were on a plane to go on a nice relaxing holiday when suddenly what we first thought was some turbulence actually turned out to be the plane's engines failing, crashing us in the middle of a mysterious island. In my dazed state, I saw what looked to be a red man picking up and carrying away Timmy. No, my son! I woke up in the plane, seeing only one other survivor alive, Rampy. Now after most plane crashes, if they are not found in 100 days, they are never found. So we will have to save Timmy and escape off this island before then. But there's no time to think about escaping yet. I need to save Timmy. So standing up with a massive headache from the crash, I collected some sodas, booze and meds. There was a passenger manifesto pinned to the wall that gave me a detailed list of everyone who was on the flight. I wonder if any of them are still alive. I munched on some of the stale flight food since it appeared everyone here was dead, so they didn't need it, before picking up the emergency axe that had impaled itself in the flight attendant's stomach. This should be useful at least. Exiting the plane, I was able to work out based on the flora that we must be somewhere in the peninsula. I just had to hope that we could find a map for this island. I had to look around for any signs of Timmy, but nothing. Not even his toy mech that he got from today's sponsor, Mech Arena. It's a fast-paced action shooter where you can control a variety of badass mechs with missiles, lasers and snipers. Even if you only have 5 minutes, you can jump in and play a game from start to finish. There are a ton of different strategies for different game modes, each with their own unique combat tactics and strategies. There's even new modes being released such as Freefall, a new clan feature, a brand new weapon, the nade launcher and much more. So make sure you jump in now to prepare. Mech Arena is completely free to play. Not only that, but if you scan my QR code or use my link in the video description, you'll get a starter pack worth $30 for free. That includes a skin, some amateur crates and 5,000 credits to kickstart your journey. You can also watch out for the upcoming event to win limited edition skins and other new gear. And if you're quick, you can even add me to friends in game and we can play some games together. Make sure to jump in right now before it all kicks off. Now, I'd love to sit back and play some more Mech Arena, but I really need to go save my son Timmy. There was a bunch of luggage scattered around the wreckage. I was able to break open with my axe and take the loot inside. Grab some stones and sticks that I shoved into my backpack. Then we chopped down a tree and used the logs to set up a hunting shelter right nearby, in case we needed to rest our heads. I spotted a lizard that I tried to kill, but it was just too fast for me. So I just took out my frustrations on the locals' decorations, and it was suddenly getting incredibly dark. So I tied some cloth to a stick to light it and use it as a torch, since I figured my big lighter would run out of gas soon. But it really was getting dark, so Rampy and I cuddled up in our hunting shelter to sleep until morning. The morning I started by breaking more decorations nearby. Not sure who set them up, but I'm confident we'll meet them soon. When Rampy had managed to stun a deer, so I came over to help him kill it before skinning it for hide and harvesting its meat. We stole the rest of the luggage from all the wreckage before setting up a fire to cook up the fresh deer we had, and using some sticks made ourselves a spear to hopefully use for easier hunting. With full bellies and new weapons, started walking towards the ocean in order to get the beach.
Rampy, I see a boat.
We spotted a boat, so decided to investigate. After killing that bird, there are some dead sharks and luggage we were able to break open for more cloth. Then realized we could chop off the shark's head, so I tried to offer it to Rampy.
Rampy, I come bearing gifts.
But he wasn't interested. After tying some cloth together to make a rope, I was able to use that to make myself a bow so I could hunt from a distance. I just didn't have any arrows, when Rampy called out to me that he was on the yacht. So I swam over to see what was there, and there was plenty of booze, sodas and candies, but also a juice box with a missing kid's poster on it. I guess Timmy isn't the only kid missing on this island. There was also a photo of some strange creature that looked like it had multiple legs. I showed off the bow I made to Rampy and noticed that the owners of this yacht seemed to have some interesting dietary choices. Nothing like some good head with candy bars, I guess. After we swam to shore, thankfully seeing no sharks since they're dead on the beach, cracked open some more luggage when Rampy spotted some turtles we killed and harvested, since we were pretty sure the shells would be useful. As we continued along the shore, we came upon a single tree that we weren't quite sure what it was. With all the decorations around, we did not want to wait and find out. But we found an abandoned camp nearby with a pot we could take. With the light quickly fading, I wanted to see if I could tie some cloth on my axe to light it on fire, but then decided to sleep in the tent so we weren't wandering around at night. With the sun rising, starving and hungry, we killed some seagulls as in a past life I remember them always stealing my mejo berries, but my stomach had a bigger meal in mind, as I chased down a deer and killed it with my spear. We continued our quest along the beach, finding some Sahara shipping containers that had boxes of circuit boards in them. I wonder what I could craft with these.
And duct tape. Hey, Rampy, I made an explosive.
Do not
I
throw
think I'll
that.
save this for later. However, that's when I spotted some human-like creatures up on a hill in the distance.
Is that someone up there on the hill? No, that's definitely people.
In order to be more willing to face those humanoids later, I made some arrows with the sticks and feathers I had been collecting. But seeing as we could no longer follow the beach, we began to head inland, when we came upon a beautiful lake with a large cliff surrounding one of the beach sections. This would be an amazing place to build a base while we search for Timmy. So Rampy and I scaled down the cliff and set up a blueprint for a small shelter, as well as a fire pit where we could cook our food. But Rampy accidentally deleted our campfire before it was finished.
Would you happen to have 2 stones to finish this campfire? Wait, where'd it go?
It could have been possible that I pressed the wrong key.
So we had to make a new one when a little birdie decided to land on me. You know, this place is pretty peaceful. Hopefully we don't see any more of those humanoid creatures. Ramping up began to chop down some nearby trees for logs. We did notice there was what looked to be a rope down into a cave, but maybe another time. So we worked late into the evening cutting down trees and using them to build our mini log cabin. Using my big lighter to illuminate just in front of me as I cut bushes for sticks to make a log sled in hopes that helped speed things up in the future. And suddenly I heard some giggling, and it wasn't coming from Rampy.
Rampy, do you hear that? Rampy? Rampy? Rampy?
Yep, I'm running!
Okay, we burnt him to death.
After killing off one of those, I don't even know, one of these cannibals I guess? Rampy for some reason chopped off his leg, but I had a different idea. So I threw the body on a campfire, which ended up burning up into bones that I was able to tie together with some cloth in order to make some bone armor. I placed the final few logs into the blueprint to complete our cabin, and we headed to bed in order to end off the day. As I woke up in the morning to begin cooking up some breakfast, Rampy had decided to cook the leg on the fire. I, however, was going to stick to my deer meat. The rest of the morning I spent my time committing more acts of deforestation as I was building a bridge to make it easier for us to get to our cabin, then spent some time just stockpiling extra resources, but the sunlight had disappeared faster than we expected. Guess the tiny bridge took longer. Rampy had a great idea for us to set up a basic raft in case we were attacked again, and it was pretty cheap, so we quickly began to chop down some trees, but it was truly getting to be pitch black. We wanted to sleep, but the bed still had a timer on it, so we were waiting it out when Rampy asked me,
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Did you not hear the noise that just came from near us?
No.
I guess he shouldn't be eating those legs. However, I decided to entertain Rampy's delusions and follow him out of the base. But if I was going to be out here in pitch darkness, I wanted a better weapon. So using one of the skulls, I tied it to a stick to make myself a club, and even tied some cloth around it to light on fire if necessary. But we really couldn't see anything, so just headed to bed. In the morning, I was starting to run out of supplies, so I hunted a lizard that I managed to skin and use for some armor, then cracked down on some luggage for more supplies, and ran up to destroy some more decorations, only to spot that we were based right near a camp.
Rampy,
Yes.
can you come to me for a second? Look over this hill.
Okay. Ah. Can you see anyone?
I've seen a couple, yeah.
Oh.
I've seen at least 3.
Sorry.
There they
Now,
are. There
someone
they
has
are on
just
the
told
left.
me that apparently they're nice at the beginning. They're chill.
Uh-huh.
Should we go and say hello? Maybe they've got some food for me.
Maybe. There they are down the beach.
I've just eaten my last dairy milk bar. I need some.
So we decided to investigate since that patrol had gone down the beach. It There were a few supplies dotted around that we managed to steal, but the locals definitely did not seem to approve.
Yeah, I heard that. Where? Where is it?
Right up the hill. He's chilling.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, he's not chill. Go for him! Go for him! For the kill!
You just put some more. You just killed his friend.
After Rampy managed to kill off the dude, I killed a lizard and a deer since I did not have interest in eating legs. The hide would be useful too. Having access to fresh food was a bit of an issue, so I set up a food drying rack to help preserve meat we harvest. We finished the raft before paddling out into the lake to climb up these tall lookout points, and there was some crossbow bolts embedded in the wood, which I grabbed and hopefully we can find or craft the crossbow that fires these. I tied some bones to my spear to give it some extra damage, and I even noticed I could tie a Molotov cocktail to the end of my spear. Now Rampy and I figured we delayed it long enough, and it was time for us to check out that rope next to our base. So we began to descend into the deep dark depths, descending deeper and deeper. We were not the first to enter this cave, as we got to the bottom to find one of the passengers dead, surrounded by booze, candy, and painkillers, as well as a tape labeled Lunch with Megan. I'll just need a video camera to watch this later on. So we began to continue deeper in when suddenly, some tiny mutant thing was on the other side of the barricades.
What the heck is that thing?
I don't know.
That...
It looks like it's dying. I'm gonna say, yeah.
There's a baby.
Baby's on fire. Oh, baby's coming for me. Whack him.
Oh my
He's
god.
gotta be dead. He's gotta be dead, surely.
Once we successfully killed that thing, not even sure what it was, continued down the cave only to notice deeper in the spider creature that I'd seen a photo of on the yacht.
What was that?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
We knew we had to kill that. Using cloth and booze, I made up some Molotov cocktails to prepare to kill it.
I feel like we light it now, right?
I'm lighting it now.
I'm also lighting. Oh, there's a lot of them. Run. Too many.
That guy's so fast. Oh my god, that guy's so fast. Holy shit. Molotov them. I Molotov the one guy. I hit it.
Yep.
Run. I hit it again. Oh, that's you harvesting it.
Got some creepy armor collected.
Using fire and arrows, I was eventually killed, so we cut it up to give ourselves some armor before exploring deeper into the cave. There was one more guy I chose to burn when his friend showed up and managed to finish him off with the club. After fighting off some more cannibals, there was a water section, and we didn't feel comfortable heading down since we had no flippers or scuba, and we didn't know how deep it was. So we went off in the other direction, where there seemed to be some highly destructible rocks. So, remember that explosive I crafted earlier?
Back up. More back.
I knew it would be useful. Only to see we needed another one. And I did not have another watch in order to craft it. Guess we'll have to come back another time. So we ascended out of the cave to find it was ready the next day. And there was a cannibal waiting for us outside, but he stood no chance. We brought him back to be burnt on the fire for bones when we saw we could sleep, so we did. Not realizing that we slept through the entire day and woke up in the middle of the night. We're going to have to survive the night without sleeping, but we were out of food and water. So using our lighter, we began to scavenge around the base, but it was freezing outside. So we chose to huddle around the campfire instead to warm up till it got light enough to not be freezing. In order to solve the food problem, I started crafting a rabbit trap.
We need 31 sticks. Start gathering the sticks, Rampy. We need sticks.
Nat,
What's up?
I might have a piece of bad news.
Which is?
Well, I don't know what happened, but somehow the trap with the sticks just disappeared.
Okay, I'm making my own trap. I believe it about. Yeah. You're on your own.
I'm sorry.
Trap set up. I figured just one wouldn't be enough. so set up another nearby before collecting the sticks I would need only to get interrupted.
Cannibals.
Oh! I'm coming. I do need to get some food first, though.
The cannibals ended up running off, so we decided now would be a good time to explore, when we found another rope down into a cave.
That is true. That is true.
Here he is.
Oh!
There you go. Nice.
Give me that
After
meat.
those two were killed, I noticed a massive sinkhole. Must have been over 100 meters wide, with no visible way down into it. That's when we saw some more cannibals. This one looked different. He almost looked like a chieftain, and the others had what looked like to be clubs. Killing off what must have been a scouting party, I picked up one of the clubs they had been using, and this seemed to be much better than one I was able to craft, so I decided to keep it. Rampy, however, had other priorities as he chopped off the chieftain's legs to eat back at camp, but we're not ready to head back yet. So I made up a temporary fire to burn up the bodies for bones, and this club was a massive upgrade. Though with night quickly falling, we would have to be careful with all these chieftain running around, but we found a nearby tent in order to sleep through the night. I managed to club a bunny in the nearby camp, so this would make for a good healthy breakfast. Once we got back to find a rabbit had actually gotten itself trapped at our base as well, and well, he didn't make it. So I hung up my spoils on the drying rack, including some legs for Rampy, set up a rabbit cage so we could store the bunnies in case we weren't hungry, and using my bow was able to hunt down some lizards for more armor and meat. I noticed a gap in the rocks on the cliff we could slide into to explore later on.
There's actually a second cave here, like right outside our base.
We were working in the base when we spotted some cannibals scouting, so we chose to scare them off or kill them where they stood. But in doing so, we came up on a hidden camp next to a lake that we began to loot, except I don't think we were welcome. We killed off the last of them and set up a shelter to sleep off the night, but it wasn't quite ready yet. So we were stuck in the dark right next to a cannibal's camp.
I'm sorry, new fire is
here
hit.
he is,
Oh!
chieftain.
Oh! It sounds big.
Oh!
Oh!
They just jumped out of the tree.
Oh!
They're in the trees. Oh, they were in the trees. Okay.
Right, please tell me you heard
Okay,
that.
I hear that. That's very loud.
After finally getting to sleep, I cooked up some fresh rabbit before grabbing some water using my pot, so I could boil up some water to drink. Once I was fully rehydrated, I used some of my hide to make a water skin so I could always have some fresh water on hand. Using a berry pouch, I was able to harvest up some berries to save for later. We got back to the beach where the yacht was marooned and killed some more turtles for their shells to make water collectors, and Rampy decided to check the yacht for any supplies we missed, so I chose to join him. And on the yacht, I noticed a door with a lock on it, almost like it needs a key card. Hopefully we can find that. It was getting late, so we started to set up a campfire and hunting shelter when we were found by a hunting party. These cannibals were clearly advancing, as they're now throwing flaming tennis balls.
Oh, flaming! He threw a fireball.
Oh!
So we finished the shelter and slept through the night. In the morning, we came up on a camp that we used to refresh our supplies, as well as a small pond that was full of fish so we could catch for a healthy supply of food. So we set up some drying racks to hang up all the fish, so we'd have a sweet little outpost if we ever stopped by here again. Once we had full supplies and got home, it was about time we delved deep into another cave, as Timmy must be incredibly scared at this point. Deeper and deeper we dived, eventually spotting some cannibals down below us, taking them out easily using Molotov cocktails and arrows, to eventually open up to a massive room of cannibals that we had.
Oh, there's two!
Don't worry, I'm busy lighting. Oh, this guy's like in the rock. That's
In one of the boxes, we found some dynamite. Now this will be useful if we ever need to break another wall or fight one of those spider mutant. I broke through a wood barricade hiding a path, but first needed food and water. So we set up a fire to cook some food before making our way deeper into the caves towards the roaring noise.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
What is that?
Oh my god. Molotovs away!
That is terrifying. but we can't afford to let it live in case Timmy is down there. So I began to throw Molotovs and was just about to light my dynamite when...
I hit the rock ahead. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Oh no, this idea won't work. I can't throw it all the way down there.
We need a flare. We need a flare. That's what you were trying to do, right?
Not a flare exactly. Same. It looks similar. It does look similar. Run!
We are now in a race against it. If we didn't kill it fast enough, Rampy would surely die. The dynamite managed to kill off all the babies, so I switched to the bow. Rampy needed my help, so I raced down there.
You got this. You got this. You got this. Believe in yourself, Rampy. Believe in yourself.
Ow! I'm dead. I'm dead.
Heal. I'll tank it up a little bit.
Low health. Find some meds. Yeah, I'm
Boom!
dead.
Down goes the
Wait,
many-armed
I can save
freak.
you. I can save you. I can revive you.
Oh.
I got you, Rampy. No!
Oh, no!
But I was too late. Rampy's injuries were too severe as he passed away right in front of me. I harvested the flesh of the monster to be used as armor, and I then explored the cavern. This monster had been protecting a strange key card as well as a camcorder. I thought this card must be what is needed for the yacht's locked room. I began to crawl my way back out the cave, emerging out the way we first came in together to find it was already a new day. But I had a hunch. I began to run across the fields and through the woods back towards the plane crash that had first marooned me in this godforsaken place, only to be ambushed by the largest hunting party we'd seen yet.
How's it going, Nat?
There's like 5 of them. I'm busy fighting all of them at the moment. So if you'll give me a little moment.
Don't die.
Ooh.
I eventually fought off all 5 of them and continued my track towards the crash site. And I found one of the other passengers, who must have been unconscious on the plane until now, was awake, looking cold and afraid. So I offered them a candy bar to help with the hunger, and I knew of only one spot where I could get them up to my level. Now it's to protect them through the cave, which thankfully didn't have any new cannibals that had moved in yet, but we hadn't fully explored it yet. So Rampy 2.0 and I got him his stuff and started making our way through the cave, with me going first in case any cannibals showed up. We found another videotape as we both heard a menacing scream coming from somewhere. But we couldn't hide in this cave forever, so we squeezed out the crack in the rocks, only to be met with a group of cannibals waiting for us.
Oh, that's what it was. He's throwing something.
Wow.
We used them for bones to replenish Rampy's armor, but eventually we got home safe and sound. In the afternoon, there was a fresh bunny in one of our traps that I stored in the cage, when some more cannibals showed up, only for one of the ladies to escape up the tree.
Oh, what? They can climb trees?
They can climb trees.
Oh, hello?
That's not allowed.
Now, since bones are so important, I set up a bone basket next to the fire so we could stockpile them, and spent the rest of the day harvesting sticks, stones, and bones, and huddling up in the cabin to end off the day. We needed a ton of logs in order to make a better cabin for more protection. Once we find Timmy, we will still need to stay safe until we get rescued. So Rampy and I headed off in search of something better than this piddly little emergency plane axe. We traveled far past the sinkhole, looking for more entrances, killing every lizard I could along the way, and we finally came up along a river and found some tents set up right outside a cave entrance, with a strange photo lying outside that had an X on it. This could be interesting, but we'll worry about that later, as now we have a cave to explore. There were some more passengers killed inside and left to rot, as well as a piece of Timmy's toy. So Timmy had been here. Continuing through the cave, we had to drop down a section, but now the only way back was forwards. No going back now. Eventually, the narrow tunnels opened up into what could only be described as a mad scientist lab. So on the table was a chainsaw. This would actually be very helpful, both for cutting down trees and cutting down our enemies. We did, however, now just have to survive this cave. After fighting off some cannibals and the tiny mutants, we came across an abandoned campsite with some supplies and an article about some missing kids. I guess Timmy really isn't the only kid missing on this island. But we couldn't worry about that now, as there was a section of rock that looked like an explosive must be able to break through. So I lit a stick of dynamite and it blew through the wall with no problems. On the other side of the wall was another rope down deep into the caverns where there was another photo with an X on it. These must mean something. We'll just have to figure out what. And that's when he came up to another large cavern with tons of these tiny mutants in it. And I was tired of fighting them.
Fighting babies, so I'm just going to drop them a present.
Okay.
Thankfully, the room was easily cleared, and I noticed one of the caves was illuminating a climbing pick embedded in the wall. We could use this to finally get out this cave. It was morning when we squeezed our way out of the cave, only to find we weren't quite out yet.
Nah. Have you seen where we are? We're in the hole.
Oh.
Well, guess we just have to keep pushing forwards. Except the only way forwards was blocked with water. Great. So now we have to turn around and hope we can find another way out. Even using our climbing axe with one hand while holding a lighter in the other as we continued through the cave, calling out to Timmy in case he was hiding here.
Timmy! Timmy, where are you?
We finally found a rope, and this allowed us to climb up and out of the cave. We had spent so long in there, it was already starting to get dark. Rampy had started a fire and cooked us some food. Thankfully it wasn't leg. Now we're going to march all the way home. With it getting cold and being pitch dark, we just built ourselves a small leaf hut and slept through the night. For breakfast, I was able to snipe some birds with my bow, cooked them up, and we got back to our shelter having failed the search for Timmy. But we now had a chainsaw, so fortifying our camp could go much faster. Fortifications would be very necessary as another scouting party had found us that we had to fight off. They were getting smarter, but we still fought them off, then using our chainsaws started a true deforestation effort, collecting logs and sticks in order to build our cabin in the water. However, night quickly fell, so we slept through the darkness. As we continued to work through the morning of day 15, we did have some tree huggers try to protest our efforts, but we just used them to restock our bone supply. And it took the entire day, but we finally finished our cabin. And if we struggle to get in, so will the cannibals. So we spent the night in our brand new cabin. I built a staircase to our cabin in the morning since, well, I suck at parkour. I made the decision to destroy our previous hut so we would have more space to set up. And in the afternoon I grabbed all the bunnies from our traps to store in the cage, as well as hunted some lizards. We would need to continue doing this until we find Timmy, as these skins and hides are extremely important for crafting and armor. It was starting to get dark, so Rampy and I headed down the very first cave we found to explore what we missed, as now we had some explosives. Some new cannibals had moved in that we had to kill, then found our way through the wall we busted through in a couple days ago, and using some dynamite destroyed the second wall, revealing a long, dreary hallway. Only to stumble
it's one of them!
Be described as a giant flesh sack, with legs charged in straight into us.
Oh!
Okay. Oh!
Wait, how is he not dead yet?
Is he dead?
Even with the slew of stuns, we managed to kill it. And this thing was a true abomination. I cut off a section of its thickened hide to use as some armor. Looking around the rest of the room, there was a small abundance of supplies, so I made sure to use some of the supplies I had to make myself some snowshoes, which will be hopefully helpful if we ever find snow. Climbing up the nearby rope led us back to the surface to see the entire night had already passed, and it was almost night. Guess we were down there for longer than I thought. While we had the supplies, decided it was best to try searching for Timmy in some of these other caves. Rampy found another rope down into the depths, so we slid down, somehow not getting any rope burn, and right at the bottom we found another piece of Timmy's toy. Now that there were signs of Timmy again, we had to find him in here. So we headed down into the caves, only to not find Timmy, but a room with tons of loot, including a katana embedded in one of the survivors. Now this was a pretty cool upgrade. Broke through a wooden barricade, revealing a flashlight hidden behind it. Decent upgrade from the big lighter, except I would need lots of batteries. I came around the corner to find a group of cannibals and an armsy. Rather than fight them, we threw Molotovs at them.
Don't worry, I'm just going to, you know, drop a Molotov right on their heads. Whoa, 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 don't run there. Just drop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ran away, didn't he?
He ran away after he moved in. There we go. Gotta work smarter, not harder. I want to test out
Once
the
the
sword.
auntie was dead, the rest of the cannibals stood no chance versus our new sword. And as we continued through the cave, we finally found our way out. Timmy must be in another cave, but it was getting dark, so we built a fire and hunting shelter where we were able to sleep safely through the night. With the struggles of having still not found Timmy, Rampy and I discussed some plans, eventually deciding that if we are going to find Timmy, we would need a much stronger location to resupply on all these missions in search of him. With the cannibals getting stronger and more frequent, we would need to be prepared. So I set up a mannequin in our current cabin to store up my armor, then spent some time hunting to ensure we had a healthy food supply, then headed to bed as it got too dark. Waking up in the morning, I was discovered that Rampy got the pacifist achievement, so clearly I had been carrying until now. After that discovery, we spent the rest of the morning building a bridge to make it easier for us to get into the base, and also set up a platform so we would have some more space. Set up some racks to store more sticks and stones, as these would be necessary for defenses. The next day we continued to stock up on supplies, fighting cannibals that continued to harass us, burning them for bones to make armor, then began to plot out a more defensive location, as these cannibal attacks were getting more and more deadly by the day. I was truly scared of what horrors might show up if we don't find Timmy soon. Trees and cannibals both started to fall at an alarming rate. We needed the trees for logs and the cannibals for their bones, but they were getting stronger.
Hi. Yeah, these are the ones that seem to deal the most amount of damage on me.
I need some backup. Backup needed.
I'm right next to you. Like, don't worry, there's plenty of them for me to fight too. Oh,
Yeah, but I've got no arm. I'm gonna die.
I got no arm either.
I'm dead.
Don't get up. Don't get up.
Yeah.
This. Oh, I might die too.
No. Yeah.
Medicoid. Eat. Okay. I'm reviving you.
After saving Rampy and having almost died myself, we needed to get this defensive location.
That was a lot.
Secured soon. I just had to hope that Timmy could hold out. We'll save you soon, my son. After working day after day committing acts of deforestation, it was day 24 and we were getting close to completing our wall when a massive hunting party found us. With our wall still not finished, we found it best to just sleep. Our new base was really coming along nicely, even setting up multiple storages for sticks and stones to be used to build some wall spikes. I planted some more crops in the morning so we'd have them growing as we needed, before chopping down even more trees to complete our cabin, when another cannibal attacked. But this one looked different. It was wearing a face mask made of skin. Yeah, these guys are getting kinda freaky. We need to finish this base and find Timmy soon. But the wall and crafting area was finally complete in the morning, so we set up some more offensive defenses. In the morning, began to plot out and fasten sharpened sticks to our walls, so that as the cannibals attacked them, the walls would at least attack back. We're going to need a ton of sticks and even more stone. Sorry, Timmy, you're just going to have to hold out a little bit longer. After killing some more turtles for their shells, I actually noticed that you can use these as a mini sled to go down hills, and it was super fun to slide on. Then on our way home, I saw a lone cannibal peering at our base, so I snuck up behind him and...
Oh, there's a spider lady.
Oh, run.
Why are the spider ladies on the surface? I thought these were meant to be cave dwellers.
Nah, we need Molotovs.
I'm coming. You've like left me out here with it, by the way.
Where's she? Oh!
Don't let it into the wall.
Oh!
And eventually died, but this was a problem. And damn was I glad we had those walls. But that made us realize we can't sit around and wait. The attacks are going to get worse and worse. So using my survival book, I've laid out some plans for traps to defend our base. No idea why the book had these plans in them, but I'm glad it did. In the morning, I had a healthy breakfast of blueberries from our crop plots, when I thought I heard something.
Do you hear the stampeding?
No.
How do we fix our gate, by the way?
What do we want to do to it?
It's an armsy. I did not.
I didn't miss it. I didn't miss that time. He's gonna one-hit me.
My fence.
Yeah, we were definitely going to need to repair our fences. So I made myself a repair tool and began to whack at the fences in order to repair them. But the armsy had destroyed my garden. I was looking forward to becoming a farmer. So we needed to finish these defenses, and I pushed out our cart gathering loads of stones and sticks in order to finish the spiked wall, rebuilt my crop plot as the sun began to set, and we headed to bed. Maybe slightly too early, but oh well. However, with the new defenses, Rampy and I decided we could now safely keep searching for Timmy, without coming back to a destroyed campsite. We did also just need more supplies, and eventually finding an entrance to a cave we hadn't seen before. Now, this cave had the standard locals we had to evict, forcefully, but it had something even better that we desperately needed: cloth. Now we could make plenty more Molotovs and bone armor. Slowly advancing through the cave, there was another one of Timmy's drawings. Diving deeper and deeper, the cave opened up to another one of those water openings.
Oh, hello. Buddy, you won't be needing this rebreather anymore, will you?
Oh, hello.
This was a rebreather, an item that will allow us to finally not be thwarted by some puddles of H2O. Equipping the rebreather, which still had some dust in the mouthpiece, I cannonballed straight into the watery depths. We eventually came up at the end of the watery tunnel, only to have our way blocked by a strange door. A very ominous room, but we needed to dive deeper. Eventually coming to a small crack in the rocks that we squeezed through. And hey, this is actually a very convenient place to end up. We had to sleep in the old shelter, ending off the day with no Timmy found. Fresh bunny for breakfast before heading home, where we continued to grow our defenses, as with more and more mutants showing up on the surface, we did not want to be underprepared. We worked late into the night setting up barricades, and for good reason too.
Oh, they're here.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Hi, guys. Oh. Oh.
I'm coming.
They came from behind. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. I'm about to die.
No, you're not that. Into base.
Run. This is a pro.
Yeah, we do. Let's go for it.
I don't know.
That'll keep me going. Oh, yes.
Oh, that was ominous.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Right, let's get the sled. Where's the sled
After
gone?
such an
Just 'cause you're
eventful
repairing
night,
all
we
up.
set up more traps in the morning, which were super effective. So we now had a super cheap way to farm bones, which we did for the majority of the day before taking an early night's rest. It was day 31 as we woke up before the sun had even risen. An entire month since the plane crash. We still had multiple caves which needed to be explored, so we could find Timmy, and even just figure out where all these missing kids have gone. We've seen strange doors, cannibals, and mutants. Something strange is going on, and we will stop it. Spent some time listening to the tapes we had found, and also watched the videos. There seemed to be some girl named Megan, a young lady who was brought to the island on a helicopter. There is definitely more going on here than meets the eye. We set up some rabbit cages which immediately turned a profit, so I grabbed it and stored it at the base when a spider lady showed up outside. We're getting pretty good at dealing with these, cause damn are these traps effective. Rampy and I were out hunting and foraging only to find a cave we hadn't explored before, so we had to go into it and began to slide down the rope.
Okay.
This was going to be a problem.
Oh my god, the baby's already looking at us.
Ah! I've been babied! I've been babied again! Right.
Spider leg sees us. Spider leg sees us.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I'm aware of that. I've missed. I'm less worried about the baby right now. Not gonna lie to you. Hang on, is it dead? From one Molotov? It can't be, right? I panicked.
It's dead. It's dead. Oh.
We lost a lot of armor, but we finally killed it.
Right.
Hopefully there weren't any other surprises in the cave. There were a few cannibals, but that excited
zombie land,
Rampy
it's
more
double
as he
tap.
could have more food.
Yes. Leg.
And this cave was massive, with many signs of Timmy, but Timmy himself was nowhere to be found. Diving deeper and deeper into the cave, we eventually found a stacked room of loot. Cloth, medicine, dynamite, and a very sharp axe. Making our way out the cave, we found another dead explorer with a map and compass. Now finally we can see where we've explored and start checking off these caves so we can find Timmy. Climbing up and out of the cave, the sun had already set as we saw we had emerged in the middle of a massive cannibal encampment. With how dark it was, we didn't want to risk hiding out here of all places. So we made our way to the beach and spotted the yacht we had found so many days ago. That'll do for a bed. So we swam over to spend the night. On the shore after we awoke, I spotted something.
It's a grave here.
Poor captain. Though I have to say death may have been a better fate than some of the things we've seen so far in this place. Using my new sharp axe, Rampy and I fought off a huge group of cannibals, so Rampy would be well fed. And I was able to snipe a deer with my bow, and our base was coming along really nicely. Rampy had even made some bird's nests on the side of the hut to collect feathers, while our traps were collecting bodies for bones. I finished a new platform in the morning as we were running out of storage space, then spent some more time deforesting the forest in order to complete our barricades surrounding the base. I felt incredibly proud of our defenses as we dealt with dozens of cannibals. But after a long day of fighting them off, we knew we needed to be on high alert, as with how active the cannibals were in the day, they'd be here for sure at night. Well, we were exactly right. The sun was rising once the attack finally ended. We had managed to fend them off for now, but the attacks are getting worse. So this morning was spent burning the corpses to replace our bone armor, and farming sticks, resetting traps, and hunting lizards. Something needed to change. Bone armor wasn't going to cut it anymore. So we set up some bonfires to try and attract mutants to come to us instead of just cannibals. They also made a good spot to burn the bodies. In anticipation of these mutants, I planned out a wall of deadfall traps that we completed fairly quickly. Once we had our bellies full after breakfast, I plotted out some happy birthday traps as our deadfall traps immediately started paying returns as another hunting party showed up, but we dealt with them pretty swiftly. We burnt all the bodies and found my rabbit traps were still working as intended, and I finished up the rest of the traps only to turn and see Rampy was testing it out.
Okay,
It was the bird, Nat. Is this bird here? Look at it. Guilty. Guilty.
Definitely, you know.
At least we know it works. I hung up all the meat I had and then crafted up a ton of bone armor. As all the bones that had been stockpiled till now, it was time to put them to use, as we planned out with our map which direction to go. It was decided we would head north, as we could see a massive mountain in the distance. We slept in a nearby tent, and there was a group of cannibals who immediately blocked our path. So well, they had to die. We burnt all the bodies and cooked up a tortoise for some meat. Well, I did anyway. Rampy enjoyed his leg. We saw a cave that we had not seen as yet, so we squeezed into it only to immediately be hit with a cliff and an armsy waiting below us.
Oh, he's dead.
There you go.
The power of the high ground. At least, when your teammate doesn't fall down it. We grabbed the creepy armor from the armsy and continued our way through. This cave was going to be longer than we thought. Hopefully Timmy is in here. It took sliding down ropes and climbing walls without picks, trying to play some tennis and fighting off spider ladies. This cave system was truly massive. But we eventually got to the bottom to find a set of those strange doors we had seen before were broken. Slowly we moved deeper and deeper, even finding a strange hole we could peer through, but we could not squeeze through it. We continued exploring. There was another room blocked off by some planks, so I chopped through, revealing cannibals and mutants, hidden or perhaps trapped behind them. Once they're all dead, we needed to eat, so Rampy tried to set up a campfire.
Rampy's done a silly thing.
What?
I built a campfire underwater.
Can you light it?
No.
Once we had a new campfire, Rampy was munching on his fresh leg for dinner, and I had found some fish that I was able to axe and cook. So with full bellies, we dived down into the water nearby, as there was only one other way to go, and swimming through to reveal a large cabin where some explorers had been hiding out in their tent. So I lit their campfire with my trusty Bic lighter, which still had gas in it somehow, and spotted a bow that had been left behind by the campers. This should be a nice upgrade, but we had gone the wrong way. So as we explored more, we had to fight another 2 armsies, and this new bow is amazing. When we came up to another mysterious door and saw that the hole we were peering through earlier was here, so clearly this was the right way to go. We killed off the welcoming committee when I found another piece of Timmy's toy. This must be it. Opening the next 2 doors, revealing we're at the bottom of the sinkhole. But we're not alone.
Okay, I'm blocking it. Oh, I can't tank a flamethrower. I do want to point that out. I don't think I can take a flamethrower.
He's almost gone.
Yeah. Easy.
Boom.
But it's not well.
We cleared out all the mutants and cannibals, and just damn do I love this new bow. After checking all the crates which had fallen down here, then dived into the water where there was a hidden entrance. Swimming deeper into the tunnels, it finally opened up where we could jump out to find another drawing. I had to build a fire and warm up, then began to make our way into the cave, except we weren't alone.
I'm a bit confused.
There's the guy, Rampy.
Okay, that might have been the biggest jump scare I've had.
Why? Put away the picture!
Give me leg. Sorry, now just gotta get myself some leg.
Okay. You can worry about the leg after we've killed this guy, and I'm also freezing again, by the way.
I just don't want to get in your way, alright?
So there we go. Let's get myself fire going.
Himself some leg from the cannibals.
Do you want? I'm gonna get you this leg now. You might need it. You might be grateful of it.
I don't want the leg. You know, I'm
well, you have fun starving.
Huh? I've got candy bars and chocolate. You know, I'll be good. You enjoy that leg. You filthy cannibal. You're no better than these guys we just killed.
Oh wow, that is brutal.
You are here eating the legs. You know. What is your godson Timmy gonna think?
And I found another tape in the cave.
Tape labeled Armsy Breakout. What?
Ooh.
A tape labeled Armsy Breakout.
Where is it? Where are the tapes? Oh, I got it.
Rampy?
Yeah?
Are you watching the tape?
I'm watching it now.
These creatures were made in a lab.
Oh, wow.
It seems like these mutants were not an accident. Eventually coming up to a door that I was able to open up with my keycard we had found so many days ago, revealing a bright red hallway.
This looks very dodgy. I'm snacking before we go.
Oh, I'm climbing up. Looks like we're climbing up into the vents.
We found ourselves in what appeared to be a science lab. exiting to an almost destroyed cafeteria, filled up on food, water, candy, and bottles, and there was a track up into the ceiling they were able to crawl up into, revealing an old pediatric ward that had been destroyed in the video we saw.
Oh, I don't like this.
I don't really like the... Oh, they haven't even left me a leg.
There's a magazine over here.
Some cloth. Pass something.
This is the scene from the video where the armsy broke out. Oh, there's going to be an armsy.
Hang on, what the hell is that?
It's a tentacle thing? Oh, there he is. There's a...
You see him?
Yeah. Armsy. Wait. Okay, I'm going to try the bow. Free hit, you know.
Let him on fire when he comes, yeah?
That's what I'm doing.
Nice one. Bang! Have a bit of that, son!
I'll block him. You start hitting him from behind. There you go. Easy.
That wasn't too bad.
Nice.
Bit of creepy armor.
We brought down the armsy and continued through the ward, and made our way back into the ceiling that led into a projector room.
Subject 82C6, armsy. Multiple limbs might be similar anomaly.
Yeah, I'm watching. Translate.
These things were created on purpose.
These mutants were definitely not a mistake. We found some drawings depicting an ominous artifact, and we had to be getting close. But none of this was explaining what happened to Timmy. That's when we found our way into the artifact room.
What the heck is this thing? This is the drawing. This is the drawing. There's a cassette here. There's a video over here. Okay, quickly over here. Before you press E on that, let's... Daddy's dead. What the heck is that thing?
Is it the machine?
What does that machine do? Okay.
I don't know, but I feel like we're gonna have to find out now.
Let's have a look what this is then.
Oh god. Oh, I don't like that.
There's something in... Timmy!
Oh my god, it's Timmy! Timmy? Hello?
My boy! My beautiful baby boy!
Nah, I don't like this, it's a trap.
Oh, look what they've done to you!
Timmy! Is he dead?
I'm sorry, Timmy. He's... Timmy! Oh, Timmy, I'm so sorry. We shouldn't have built the gazebo. Timmy. My son.
What are you doing?
I'm just laying him to rest. Poor little Timmy. Man. I miss Timmy. What does this do? What is this machine?
That is so strange, actually. What are you doing, Nat?
I think this machine can save him.
No, Nat, that is a bad idea. Nat, he's gone. Nat, he's gone, man. He's gone.
Timmy.
No, he's gone. You've seen what these machines can do. Don't do it now. Nat, it's a bad idea. Nat, no. Don't do it.
We need a sample.
What's happening?
Rampy.
What? No.
We need
What
a
do you
sample.
mean you need a sample?
We need to find something, someone, and we can save Timmy.
This machine can save Timmy. We just we need a host. We need to find Megan so we can save Timmy.
Let's find someone on this island. Surely there's a kid left here.
But you're using this device to bring him back. It's connected to this device. You'll bring down the plane.
Let's see what happens. See if we can find someone that we can use as to bring back Timmy.
You'd be sacrificing another child's life, Nat.
For Timmy, it's worth it.
You reckon this guy brings back Timmy?
I'm gonna take him and try. Let's see if we can use one of these things to save Timmy.
Can you use him? Oh no, you're putting it in there? No, what, we said not to use that machine.
I can't use this. I need a new sample. I'll save you soon, Timmy. Do you see Rampy? Come over here. Come through here. Do you see these on the floor?
Ah.
This could be someone we need to save Timmy. We could use Megan. If we find Megan, we can use Megan to save Timmy.
So no, Nat. Megan looked a bit, you know, not in her best state last time we saw her.
Exactly. She's gonna die anyway.
Ah, that is disgusting. You're not in your right mind, Nat.
I'll take any chance I can to save my son. We've come this far. I'm not leaving without him. The footprints lead through here. Whoa.
Oh, this isn't freaky at all. Is it
Do you see that?
What?
Is that Megan?
Oh my god, it might be Megan. Oh my god.
Come here, Megan. I'm gonna need you to save Timmy. Come here, Megan.
Die, Megan!
Don't kill. Oh, we need her. We need her to save Timmy.
You can't save Timmy, Nat. Megan is immortal, apparently, anyway.
Cinematic-ish, you know, that's what's happening. Come here, Megan. I'm gonna use you to go save Timmy.
Nah. No, you shouldn't have done that. No.
Megan, can you help me save my son?
Uh-oh.
Megan, I know you don't understand right now, but you need to help me save Timmy.
I'm sorry, Nat. I'm sorry to have to do this.
Rampy, what are you doing? Rampy!
You can't do it!
Rampy, what have you done?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Molotov away!
Megan? Megan?
Oh!
Megan? I'm sorry, Megan, I'm sorry. You missed! You missed!
I missed!
There we go.
I need to stop with these Molotovs. Oh, I keep missing it!
You're missing every single one of these shots with these Molotovs. Oh my god, she hit me!
How much did it do?
I think she actually went. Oh my god,
Whoa!
what the heck?
What the hell?
What the?
What was that? Where's she going?
Megan,
Where's she going?
Come here. Get to me, Megan.
Chat.
I realized. No. I'm going in with the axe.
Don't go in with the axe. I hit her again.
Oh, she knocked me down. Uh-oh. I hit another arrow. I hit her again.
Good shot. I'm making Molotovs.
Don't worry about the Molotovs right now. Just
we need Molotovs. That.
Use your axe.
Hit it.
It's fine.
She's running.
We got this.
She's weak. Get it.
She's bloody.
Take that, Megan. Oh no. Oh, it's a big F. That's a huge F.
Oh my god, so many armor pieces lost right there.
I've got like 2 armor pieces left, Nat.
Hit her again.
Yeah. I don't think close combat is the way to go.
Use the boat. We got the motorboat for a reason. Oh! Down!
We got it!
Hey, let's go! Come here, Megan. I'm gonna use you to save Timmy.
Nah.
She's a monster anyway, Rampy.
One final arrow.
It wasn't her fault. She was experimented on, man.
I picked up Megan to carry her back to the machine.
But now we can use her to save Timmy.
You're gonna... Yeah, and kill a load of innocent people in the process.
We can save Timmy, Rampy.
I don't like it.
Oh, I have to try.
I've got no armor left.
I have to try.
Did it work?
No. It has to be a live sample.
I've got a card for something. Did you got a card? A Sahara card? Did you?
I did not.
Is there a card there for you?
We need to get a live sample, Rampy. Come on.
What the hell does it?
See if we can find a live child in this.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. A dead child was bad enough.
We would need to find a new body to use in order to save Timmy.
2-second artifact. We gotta go through here.
Oh, yikes. I don't know about this, Nat.
Open the door, Rampy.
I don't know. If it go... Just know that if everything goes pear-shaped...
Open the door, Rampy.
I'm throwing a Molotov.
After Rampy had used the key card he found on Megan's body to open the door, we made our way through the hallways and tunnels, only to find it led back into the facility.
Here, there's another sciencey section. Rampy, look at what these people have done on this island, and you're really questioning me wanting to save my son. Look at
you're
this.
You're as bad as them, Nat.
Look at how much they've massacred.
Yeah, you're right. And you're sending some more innocent people into it.
These people here aren't innocent at all.
No, they're also dead. The people on the plane might not be.
Well, that's why we're looking for someone not on a plane.
Does it need that same card
Exploring
again?
everything we could, only to end up at an elevator.
Oh, it's an elevator. It's a lift.
Nope, I'm gonna go up. Going up. Whoa.
Whoa, okay. We're in the snow biome, but...
This is that machine that we saw.
Hang on, this is the machine that brings the plane down? That's what you said to me, Nat. You said... Hang on, there's another lift. Do we need this?
We can save Timmy, Rampy.
What do you mean?
There's 3 possible matches. We can save Timmy.
Nat, we've been through this. We've been through this, Nat. You will be no better than them. You will be no better than them.
We've been on this island for 41 days searching to save Timmy. We finally have an opportunity to do so.
Not worth it, Nat. It's not what you don't even know he'll come back. He may never come back the same, even if he does come back.
It's my son.
Have you pressed
Rampy.
it?
It's my son.
Have you pressed it?
I have not pressed it. It's my son. I love my son, Timmy. But I can't bring myself to sacrifice so many innocent lives for it. How do we shut this thing down? Make it so that no one else can ever have what's done to Timmy.
Yeah.
Emergency shutdown.
Together.
We needed to shut this down to prevent anything that has happened to us before to happen to anyone else.
Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yes. We shut the machine down?
I think it's off.
But I wanted revenge. Before we get out this island, I just hoped that this keycard would be the one we needed for the yacht. First though, we need to get out of this cave system, even if we did have to blast our way out of it.
Oh, we're in the snow.
We did not have the snowsuit. There's the plane that we could have used to save Timmy, Rampy.
We made the right choice, Nat. We made the right choice.
My son.
Goodbye, Timmy. I will avenge you.
I'm sorry, Nat. I'm sorry.
Let's go f*** up these cannibals.
Let's go out fighting.
I wanted blood. I wanted revenge. I wanted to kill every mutant and cannibal that dared come close. I was no longer killing for survival. I wanted my revenge. But I also knew I had to escape and tell the tale of how Sahara has been experimenting on children. We eventually got to the yacht, where Rampy was able to unlock the captain's quarters. Except, what we needed to run the boat wasn't here. Just some strange artifact that looked very similar to the one where we found Timmy. There was something more to this. We would need to go back to figure out what is going on. But with our supplies depleted, we slept through the night on the beach, and waking up before the sun had even risen and began to make our way back to the base, only for a huge group of mutants and cannibals to cut us off.
That's big baby, big baby.
Oh, it's big buddy baby. Oh.
I missed. Hey, Tom. There you go, dead.
Oh my god, we've got the tree climbing ones.
Oh, and there's an armsy.
Oh! Getting a bit intense.
And a legsy. There's a legsy as well.
Can we run?
Baby.
Can we run?
Oh my god,
can we run?
So many of them.
Can we run?
Are you running?
Yeah.
I need to run.
Yeah.
We started to get overwhelmed, so we had to run back, but they were relentless. We raced home to get to our defenses. We managed to kill the ones that had followed us, giving us some more creepy armor, as I repaired the spike walls they had damaged. A large group of cannibals ended up showing up to our base, but with hiding behind our traps, they kept getting themselves killed trying to get to us. So I set up a fire to use the bodies for bones and replenish our stores of bone armor. However, seeing as we now knew Timmy was dead, we had lost hope and just wanted to get off this island. So we started building a raft late into the night, then headed home, where we had what we hoped would be the final sleep on this godforsaken island. So with the sun rising, I collected all the food stores on our drying racks in expectation of our voyage, and I set up a small bed on the raft so Rampy and I could take turns sleeping while the other paddled, and began to paddle out into the ocean. Now, even though the skies were clear, suddenly, as if a sign from the heavens, the weather changed to storms. So we turned around to begin paddling back and prevent capsizing. When I was almost back and spotted a log floating in the water, almost as if it was left there as a marker. So with Rampy asleep on the raft, I dived down where I found an entrance to a cave that I squeezed into. It opened up into a large cavern where there was a piece of paper on the floor that looked like a schematic for a strange tower. Going deeper, there were pages everywhere in the cave. So I picked one up and I couldn't quite understand it, but almost looked like a blueprint to make a bird. I would need to study this and figure out how to use it, but I had to get back to Rampy as he was still on the raft. So we got back to the shore, and with the storm starting, I reset our traps that had fallen down, then we headed to bed. Since we were stuck on this island for another day, Rampy and I decided to figure out what that artifact from the yacht does. The only clue we had was that it was similar to the large monument where we had found Timmy. Since we never fully explored that cave, we began to make our way north towards the snow, in hopes of finding that cave we managed to squeeze out of. We did have to deal with a large scouting party, but we needed the bones anyways. So once we killed them all off, ended up just sleeping away the night in one of the nearby tents. Cooked up some fresh rabbit in the morning, then started heading up into the mountains. We did have some mutants to deal with as well as some alligators. And after we got to the snow, the temperature was dropping fast, so I wrapped some cloth on a stick to light it for warmth. We walked up a hill to find what must be the front of our plane from when we crashed here. There was a flare gun on the floor, so maybe we can use this to signal to a passing ship or plane to save us. And then nearby was a cave where we had escaped, so we built up a camp outside in preparation of going back in. And squeezed back into the dark cave. We're making our way through and found a massive hole that somehow we had missed on our way out. There was a pedestal where the artifact we had found fit perfectly and opened up a door.
But
there is
I need to get fire.
A lot of dead people.
There are a lot of dead people,
and a strange blue spinny orb thingy.
We would need to figure out what this orb can do, so we headed out of the cave and began to make our way down and out of the snow when we got swarmed. There were so many cannibals. Clearly this artifact we had found was important, as it seemed to have some effect on them. When it was blue, they seemed to be more docile, even scared-like. So we slept through the night, and as we had the suspicions that if it was red, hordes upon hordes of enemies would be coming. And I wanted revenge for Timmy. So I turned it red, pressed the button and slammed it into the ground. Huge waves of cannibals began to flock towards our base. Our traps were working overtime. They were being used as quickly as we could reset them, up until the mutants showed up.
We just hold out as long as we can.
Here it comes.
I see him, I see him. Get the bow out, get the bow out.
Eggsy, hi Leggsy. 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh! Dead man. I'm resetting the trap. Yeah. Oh! Okay. Big baby's not good.
The trap.
One big baby had destroyed 3 of our traps, so in our few minutes of peace we desperately rebuilt the traps and repaired the walls. But the second night fell, they showed up again to attack once more. Day after day we were fighting them. We were collecting hundreds of bones at this point, making sure we always had the armor we would need. What we didn't realize was how they were slowly whittling down our supplies and our traps. And as I was out collecting sticks to reset our traps, it arrived.
Rampy.
Yeah, what the? Don't know what.
Oops.
Oh!
What the fuck is it doing? Oh my god.
I'm out of stamina. Not going to end well, this.
This was a wormsy.
Oh, there's a lot outside now.
Yeah, there are a couple of them, eh? There you go. Oh my god. Rampy, have you seen the worm?
What's going on?
Look at the base.
Oh!
Dude.
It's shaking the base! What's going on? Now my screen is shaking.
Yeah, they
oh, the water shower! Oh!
We were fighting them off as best we could when 2 more mutants showed up. We needed to retreat, so ran into our walls to shut the gate behind us.
I mean, it's not much
Do you have an escape plan, but... Do you have an escape plan from this base?
Yeah, we run. We just forgot to put up the
baby!
There we go. Well,
oh! Nah, I'm almost dead. Nah, need to get out of here.
We need to go.
We're gonna go.
Run!
Help!
Run!
Uh-oh.
I've got an escape, but we need to go down the beach. We need to head to the sacred tree. I set up an escape plan over there.
I'm coming.
To the sacred tree. To the sacred tree. Go.
To the traps. Lead them to the. Oh no, the traps are all up. Oh, it's not looking good.
It was a desperate scramble to escape down the beach, as I had a plan to escape off this island.
Okay. Don't worry, the tree will be our savior.
So you know the way that thing's on red back at base? does that mean that are they all drawn to where that is? Or are they all drawn to us?
No idea. We probably should have picked that up.
Oh, wow. You've made a fortress. Jesus Christ, Nat.
Yeah,
what is this?
This is how we're getting off the island.
What? This thing?
We're gonna fly. So make sure you keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Make sure you keep yourself level because it is a glider after all. You can't just you can't just plummet straight down. You know what? Maybe we should have tested you out. Just like, well, you know what? I'll let you have the first flight. You got this.
What do I do? What do I press?
You just run and jump.
Trust me when I say I will have my revenge against the horror for this island. Thank you for watching and subscribe.